But where did all this begin? From where did you get this passion for conservative politics?
Well, I grew up in the 1970s in Britain, which was a deeply socialist state. Income tax, top rate was 83%. The top rate on unearned income was 98%. The hard left trade unions were in control. The Conservative Party in those days under Edward Heath had bowed to the pressure that came from mainstream media and the left. They'd overspent. We had inflation running at nearly 30%. We were the sick man of Europe. You'd have thought for all the world the country was finished. And then this woman came along. I mean, from nowhere, out of left field, a woman called Margaret Thatcher. And she said, you know what? We can't bow down to hard left socialism. We're going to get a grip on the money supply and make money sound again. We're going to help men and women who want to set up small enterprises and businesses and make them flourish. We're going to cut the top rate of tax so that our talented young people don't flee to America, Australia, and the other parts of the world. And what we saw was frankly nothing short of an economic miracle. And because of that, I was part of the British Conservative Party. But after she'd gone, they went back to the bad old ways of the boys who go to Eton, everyone going to Oxford University, everyone getting the same degree, lots and lots of people who were landowners, who had no interest in ordinary men and women. And basically, I watched the Conservative Party become a globalist party 30 years ago. And you know what I thought? I thought those that went before us, the generations immediately before me, for liberty and freedom and democracy and the nation state, they had to fight 2 world wars with, of course, huge help from countries like Australia. And now I watched all of those achievements, all of those freedoms being eroded, salami slice at time, little piece by little piece. And I was then a businessman. I'd spent 20 years working in the commodities business, the metals business. And I went around and I met MPs and I met journalists. And I started to talk to people about my fears of globalism, of the European Union, of the loss of democratic self-control, the loss of individuals to actually be the masters of their own destiny. And I shared my fears with these prominent people. And lots of them said, well, of course, Nigel, we agree with you, but it's much too difficult to say anything because there is a consensus behind this. And I thought, very simply, almost exactly 30 years ago, I thought, you know what? If they haven't got the guts to stand up and fight for what is right, I'm going to have a go myself. And a lot of people thought it was madness. I mean, my family, my friends, my business partners and colleagues all thought I must have smoked something funny. But I just believed that it is the independent nation state run through democracy, operating on the basis of the rule of law. It was that had made the English-speaking countries of the world the great countries.